So far, you niggas ain't come close. We took 6 months off, the people still saying
we won't go.
We out Dumbo, having meetings, eating pie with compo. That metaphor was way too humble. But some niggas gotta get humble, cause some niggas really are Dumbo. What's the square root of 3.14 when we all four all got 1 4? I swear, man, you niggas is done for.
Go! They telling lies, we want the truth. Word to the wise, listen to who? Coast. They like a tribe, leaders a new school. Understand one thing, look, as long as we double you, I don't care. They can keep comparing whoever from past to present. I tell you, it's no one near. They cry out for the coast, cause when we drop, it's a different tier of lyricism, and the spirit in them is always there. If Jesus can walk on water, then watch how I walk on air. In a radio station, like play our shit, nigga, truth or dare. Truth? The truth is, half of you niggas scared by the other half that is feared. Y'all socially engineered to stop being pioneers and care about your careers. Keep doing your job, euthanizing the youth is here. Young kings disappear, crown on peasants' heads, and fake niggas getting cheered and the real thrown over there. Fuck it, I poked the beers, polar sides over here. I turn the tables just to show these niggas was really skilled.
Like DJ, he mix it well.
I rip round really well, like Big LLL. Art names gon' rock bells. My soul I never sell, came from heaven to give him hell. Make him wait on it, wait on it just to lift the bell. Niggas act like Denzel, end up in jail. No OG, no OGs, ain't train them well. For the youth, I leave a trail. My emperor, I will prevail. The coast gon' drown, rappers out there need help. The people, my people, I will rebel. Your coin phrase, I'ma do it. I wish you well. Now tell me how many more years I sit on the bench. Look at God like coach, put me in. Can't let him win like this. Since when sin wins, never did have faith, I 10. That's when I grabbed my pen, my sword. I swore what's right, I'll fight, I defend. I'm saving my brothers, my friends, my kin, my soul, our children, our women, our men. Look, I had an epiphany. Riddle me this, who gon' get rid of me if lyrically I can transcend spiritually? I am the epitome of versatility that come with delivery. Rappers gonna start to have to pay penalties. Dropping trash after trash after trash. They're literally littering. Streets sweep them, I clean them up with metaphors, similes. Google my name, my real name. I'm really Timothy. Been giving balls all my life since jiggling. Burning CDs off my Mac. I never claim to be innocent. Finicky, gimmicky, never shake hands with hidden fees. Authenticity is one of my tendencies. This is Eric Jamal, signing off. This how I hope y'all remember me. So, when they telling lies, we tell the truth. They compromised, all for the loot. We for the people and y'all for who? Let's see who they choose, nigga. Coach.
It be the RAS, always, all day, on stage, off stage, nowadays, always, sideways, best. Yahweh, God say, I wait, don't skip no step, cut no corner. Y'all blaze shortcut success. Bird niggas wanna violate, high they pop that flock shit, migrate. Some of y'all hate winners, live by no code. Y'all save, not save, how y'all operate. Y'all ain't with us, y'all can't feel us. Coast spin, living a high life on the mic like a Jordan highlight. This side like yeah, which side my good side can't this side my dear. Feeling gorgeous, drop dead, this figure. Well, can you find a nigga like me? Not likely, y'all might seem enticing while biting like Tyson on air. My style too hostile, each freestyle projectile like pull it, lead X-File. Gotta stress how really it's been 5 by 10 is box y'all thinking in. Inmates, you know the brain cell can find so many men. Emulate who's ever playing can tell the sound of many trend. Regurgitate but fail to stimulate the hip-hop citizen. Kinda pop by shit again, cause the OGs they told me they OD when we speak. MP3, MVP, freestyle on repeat. Culture in relief, we beat. Skirt made our own lane in these streets. But I do want it riches, macking bitches, status privilege, blackout bitches, match my pigment just to whip it, acting ignorant with the top off. Breathe, give and receive, stop, breathe, give and receive. Then I grew impatient, sick of waiting, felt frustration from me tasting validation. Am I great enough to make it do a knockoff? Breathe, give and receive, stop, breathe, give and receive. Tell me again, who's the man I seem to think I am? Dr. King, living off a dream, PM and AM. Same routine since I was a teen with Taj and Ree on them. On a beam, wait till we get seen, used to be the plan.
Okay, I kick your flip shit, huh?
How even in niggas blue, spread like breaking news. Live on CNN, next thing we knew, fan base up and grew. Hardly seen and then too comfortable, falling out the groove, disobedient. Shit, so much that I learned before my turn can be well learned. So I affirm that I concern myself with God and hold on for trying to pop off.
Breathe, give,
come on,
receive.
Come on,
Stop, breathe,
come on,
give,
come on.
receive.
Nowadays in mind I stay aligned, I wake and meditate for space. Been taking time to make these rhymes and hope they elevate our thoughts.
Breathe, give and receive. Stop, breathe, give and receive.
Motherfucking grind, hustling, pain, struggling, passions, fumbling, staggering, stumbling, ego crumbling, rather humbling, fears, mumbling, spirit, tumbling, fighting, rumbling, life is puzzling, bills, juggling, riches, buffering, bitches, troubling, lust, loving it, fucking, cuddling, itching, shoveling, karma, circling, strategy, huddling, vision, cuddling, all encompassing our cause. Yeah, that's right. Nothing to it, you can do it. Little advice before Before you dead and buried, it's talents that you carry. Your gifts is necessary, be yourself, be legendary. Coast.
El niño de oro nació enterrado debajo la tierra, en Colombia donde se duerme con balaceras. Y mi alarma eran los gallos en la mañana, los pajaritos me decían:
Pío, pío, oye río, vas a volar. Lejos de aquí, eso te fijo, pero no te olvides de dónde venís. Es un delito, pero primero perdona a todos aquellos que te han hecho daño.
Ahora, sácate ese veneno de corazón, nena. Deja que el ritmo te ayude, no tengas pena. Ven pa' acá, yo te enseño lo que no está en la escuela. Tienes que dejar esa negatividad. Sana, sana, culito de rana. Si no sanas hoy, hey, sanarás mañana. No mires para atrás, hay que cambiar la narrativa de nuestro pensar. La vida te da sorpresa cada día que amanezca. Sigue derecho, no te quedes en la me mezcla. Cada año es una bendición, respira y date cuenta que este flow te revienta, te infecta. Es contagioso como cada
Yo, switch it up, nigga.
This ride ain't no vibe, just had to override. Get over myself, overanalyze to arrive. Over the highs and lows, over my fear heights and never leaving rock bottom till I'm gone. Overrunning in place, the vibe, the hoes, fuck out my face, I'm over y'all. Strapped in like overalls, overall, the game, they overdose, close calls. Fiends smacking the backboard till they backboard and doze off. Knew this shit would happen, didn't know how. Focus on the why, not the how. Meanwhile, you won't find no gimmick in my team, not a blemish mean. Get to know this style. Came from the slums, chopper singing out the village like Bilal. Ain't no Al, that nigga Al. No, we took a while. Fans been waiting on the bars like trial. If you listen and smile, cause we don't.
Yeah, I was feeling that. Energy was crazy on that one, man. Shout out Coach Contra. That was a dope freestyle.
Wow.
Another dope freestyle in the books, another week.
That was great. That was great, bro. That was great. He was flowing like that on some boom bap shit in Spanish, bro. I have literally never ever seen that before. I've seen people do rap stuff. I mean trap stuff, you know, salsa music, all that. I've never heard somebody rap on a boom bap beat like that in Spanish, bro. And then not only that, and then rap in English.
Yeah, that was dope. And then, you know, the subject matter they was rapping about, you know, being yourself, being great.
Yep.
Fighting through struggle. Can't beat it, bro.
Welcome to Broadcast Beats.
For sure. Broadcast Beats, we back with another one. It's your boy One S.
202 Kryptonite.
Yes, sir, man. We got
We
a
in the
good
building,
show.
y'all.
Yes, sir. We got a special one for y'all today. We got a special guest. We gonna introduce him when he comes on. But yeah, man, we got our, you know, we got our segments. Artist of the week. We're gonna give it to you live.
Here we go. We got C Biz official, y'all. C
What's
Biz
good?
official.
What's good?
Get a round of
feeling,
applause.
man? Glad to be on.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, C Biz?
Man, working, man. Just working, you know. Decided want to, you know, try and kick it with y'all for a little minute. See what's going on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's good to see you, man. It's a blessing to have you on. I remember when Monty sent me the text. He said, "I want to put you on with, you know, a connect I made," and you know, it went on from there. It's good. It's good to meet you. Good to see you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Monty, man. Cool dude, man. So, you know, now we here, man. And, you know, I really like what y'all doing as far as like showing love to the producers out here. Because, you know, there's not too many outlets, you know, for producers, you know. So that's what's up.
Appreciate you, man. We're just trying to take it, you know, do something different than producer grind and producer culture. So if you follow them on Instagram at all,
Yeah.
you know, just you gotta come with that different swag, man. You know, that's all it's about.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, we're gonna definitely get into, you know, your music and everything, and a lot of the things you've done, the placements and the beats and whatnot. But to start off, we want to just get to know you, get a feel for your background. Um, to start off, I just want to know what inspires you to get into music production.
Really, I think my biggest inspiration is like movie scores. You know what I'm saying? Like, the orchestras in the background. Like, I'm a real big movie guy. So, whenever I watch a scene, I'm always paying attention to the scores. Because they kind of make you feel a certain way, whether it's happy, sad, angry, whatever the case is, excited. So, it pulls on the human emotion. So that's kind of what inspired me as a producer.
Mm-hmm. Right, right,
Stay
right.
tuned for art. Stay tuned for Artists of the Week. Yes, sir.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I got one for you, man. So tell us about some of your short term and long term goals. And by short term, you can say like the next 2 to 3 or 4 years, and long term it could be like 5 to 10 or even like 15 years.
Okay. I mean, short term, I think just continue to do what I'm doing, but just take it on another level. Bigger placements, just just constant growth. You know what I mean? And long term, man, I'm thinking, everything from Grammys to just bigger projects. So, just keep on doing what I'm doing.
Dope, dope, dope. I want to know like when, like what age, I guess you could say, did you decide to take like music production serious, and what made you want to pursue it as a serious, lane for yourself, serious like career path?
Man, I would say around 16. Shit, I mean, I started pretty young with music. Like my mom used to drag me to these piano lessons like when I was like 12 years old. So, I got classically trained in piano, and then fast forward a few years, got into it around 16 as far as making beats. And around that time I started getting real good. So this older head, he was already in the industry. He kind of took me under the wing. He was like, "Yo, your beats is dope. Put them on a, beat tape. Sell them like their mixtapes, pretty much." And that's what I started doing. I started, I got them all copyrighted, put them on a CD, and this is like before social media. So I was actually out there selling beat tapes, and it's crazy to think about it now because it's like I was really selling, you know, these mixtapes with no vocals on it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, you know, at malls, at different shops, at stores, at mom and pop shops, just hustling, me and my team just hustling. And they started circulating from between Baltimore and New York. So I started taking more trips over to New York, you know, got in with a few good people. And yeah, and that's pretty much how I started.
That's tough. That's tough. I guess that could lead to my next question. What led to you to move to Atlanta or move to the what's it, Alpharetta area? And
Sandy Springs. Yeah.
how did that support your journey in music? Like what led to that move?
I literally just got here. So I would say about 5 or 6 months ago, I moved down here. So I'm still, settling in. You just still boxes in the crib. I still gotta unpack. But
Hmm.
ultimately, um, what's crazy, I don't really have like a super huge reason for the move. It's just Atlanta just kept calling me. I was gonna move out to LA at one point, but LA just be having so much going on right now. So, you know, at that point, Atlanta was already on my radar, and I had a few people come out here before me, and just throughout the years, they kind of, had me tapped in and keeping me updated with everything. And I visited a couple times, and yeah. So, I ended up pulling the trigger. Now we here.
That's fly. That's fly. You got
And I
something
got
for
one
me?
for you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
So so you can answer this from a practical standpoint, and
Mhm.
you can, and also this question is a spiritual, like soul question too. what does it mean to be a great producer to you?
Mm, mm. It's a great question, man. Uh, I think my job as a producer and being a great producer is helping the artist come up with the best song possible. You know what I mean? It's the producer's job to make sure that they not only provide the production but also amplify what the artist got going on. You know, the artist will come to me and my job is to amplify that. So that's a sign of being a great producer. And also I think on the other end of the spectrum is expression. You know, it's a lot of I'm not sure about y'all, but when I make beats, I put a lot into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a form of expression, and I still try to top myself till this day. You know what I'm saying? New beats and new sounds, trying out different things. So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, I would like to know. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into your first song in a minute, but I would like to know real quick, how did you develop your skills for basically making beats, mixing, sound selection? To me, sound selection is a big part of,
For sure.
making strong beats. So, well, how did you develop your skills basically? What was
It
like?
just Yeah, it just comes with just trial and error and just, keeping your head down and working. I mean, it's no shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, you know, I mean, me personally, what I did was, I learned music theory, practiced the keys, took lessons, but I think the biggest teacher was just experience. The more I worked on it, the better I got, the more I started like kind of crafting my own sound. And yeah, just constant, like just working on it every day, work, 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 you know. And I think one thing too is you gotta be hungry. I think that's what helped me a lot was, I was hungry, still am, passionate about it. So yeah.
That's tough. That's tough. So yeah, I remember you just said that you took piano lessons. So that was way back when you were a teenager, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's required to be a producer, but I feel like, me learning so much theory at a young age, it kind of gave me an advantage, especially back then, because, I know my way around the keyboard, the piano, so it's easier for me to translate my thoughts into the actual music. So, it's definitely something that doesn't hurt if you want to get into producing.
I will say, one instrument that I noticed that's real common among super level producers is the
Mhm.
piano. I guess that's like in tribal nations, like in Africa or whatever, they have like a
Mhm.
rites of passage for boys to become men.
Yeah.
I almost say, and I guess that's kind of something that I've been kind of ducking because I got what is it, an Alessis
Elisa's okay.
electric keyboard Alesis behind
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It's like been really trying to been ducking that piano, man. I got
Yeah.
like melodics. You might be the catalyst to make me want to learn the piano, man. Speaking like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, man. I think mainly, I mean, besides the sound itself, like I feel like if you at least get used to the keys, that'll kind of translate. Once you learn how to play the piano, you automatically know how to play a multitude of different instruments because a lot of it is based off of those white and black keys. So it just gives you an overall advantage, and also it takes a lot of patience. Like when you're starting to learn it, you got to sit there, and some people can't focus for a sustained period of time. Some people got ADHD, so but it's worth it. You just got to kind of go through the fire, and once you start getting the hang of it, it's like anything else. It you get more momentum, throughout.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think it's time to get into your first track.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's get
Let's
to
Get
it.
see.
into it.
Let's see what C Biz is working with.
Here we go.
No days off, I don't take breaks. Give me the combination to the safe. We having boss meetings at the round table. Everybody got plates. Came from the jungle, gorillas and apes. You might get bit by a venomous snake. I can tell when the energy fake. That is one place that we cannot relate. I do it big, aim at his wing. Niggas a war going on in my head. I feel like a bird, how I fly to the bridge. Wanna get rich, gotta get out the bed. I get in that mode, now I'm seeing red. Whoa. You said you would slide, but you never slid. Whoa. Check my resume, this money done took my stress away. Told myself it's now or never, I can't hesitate. I was broke like yesterday, that's why I pray for better days. You gotta separate, only way you gon' elevate. I do it the biggest, I hustle relentless, yeah. I do it the biggest, I hustle relentless, yeah. I do it the biggest, I hustle relentless, yeah. I do it the biggest, I hustle relentless, yeah. Yeah, I hustle hard. Wait, can't pull my car. I'm going far. Living life just like there's no tomorrow. I'm a man on a mission, and I'm standing on business. Since I made a little change, everybody say I make a difference. My life ain't scripted. I move to the beat of my own drum. Swings for the fences, a home run. Somebody tell them I'm on. I don't ever get tired. Feel like I'm on fire, and I keep getting higher. Trying to build an empire. You only gonna get like one life. Still shine in the sunlight. Never bring a knife to a gunfight. If your people like it, then you're done right. Check my resume. This money done took my stress away. Told myself it's now or never. I can't hesitate. I was broke like yesterday. That's why I pray for better days. You gotta separate. Only way you gon' elevate. I do it the biggest. I hustle relentless, yeah. I do it the biggest. I hustle relentless, yeah. I do it the biggest. I hustle relentless, yeah. I do it the biggest. I hustle relentless, yeah. Yes, sir. Shout out to Dre Vinci. That's the artist back in Baltimore, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that was heat.
Hey, he sounds like another. Okay. Hey, he sounds like another Baltimore MC we know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
One that's in Kryptonite. Know who I'm talking about.
I was bumming my man at work, man. My man Anye, shout out to.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Okay.
My man.
Yeah. But that joint right there was that joint was for sync licensing, so it was specifically made for sports. So that's why it got that sound to it, and a lot of switch ups and real energetic. So it's very intentional the way we made it.
Strategic. It's chess, not checkers.
Oh yeah, that's life.
You engineered that joint too?
Yeah. I mix and master everything I do. The artist typically comes to me and record at my studio, and then that's a whole nother job of being a producer. Working with the artist in person too. Vocal coaching and all of that, and really pushing them to get that good take or better takes. And sometimes especially like if an artist isn't used to that, it might be a little off-putting at first, but once they start to understand, like, oh, the song is getting better and better, or each time I come back, I'm getting better and better, whether it's my breath control or whatever, my tone, finding my tone or whatever it is, and then after we knock out the joint, that's when I start the mixing and mastering.
Okay. On that note, so two-part question. So do you record in your own residence, or do you have like a separate space that you record your clients and collaborators with?
I've done both. And everything from facility studios, up and down the East Coast, from Baltimore to New York. But now it's home studio. You know what I'm saying? Got all the. I always tell people it's not really about having the best of the best equipment. It's really about the person that uses it, So yeah, most of the time what I'm doing now is having people that I work closely with or that I really mess with music wise come through, and we record and work where I'm at.
Cause I also been dabbling in engineering a lot
Mhm.
since like the pandemic. Cause
Yeah.
the pandemic, my folks weren't really too comfortable with me going to studio, so I had to kind of learn. Cause I started out actually unlike a counterpart right here, 1S. I started out on the songwriter side and then got into
Mhm.
production, like kind of by necessity.
Okay.
Also because I saw 1S and our other third DJ Clean, like they used to be making beats when we were at college together.
Mhm.
So
Oh, so you
shout
caught
out
the
DJ
bug.
Clean. Yeah, man. It's just like, and I was just wondering also, is like, if as I get into engineering and think about expanding my brand or whatever, like how do you get to the point where you're comfortable having someone in, like, if, for your home studio, like you get comfortable having someone in your home studio,
Well,
like
I
that
have a little
trusts.
bit of a process. You typically, before anybody, jumps into, working with me at my personal studio, we usually have a meeting first. Or if they go through a different person uh to get to me, you know, we set up what's called, a vibe session, before we even start working, just to, see where they're at, see how I can contribute, see where they're at, and what they're trying to work on, and just overall, it's a little process. But yeah, yeah, and I only, I'm very selective of who I work with, especially at one of my private studios.
For sure, man, for sure.
But that's
And
real.
another thing I can add on to that is outside of that, when it comes to engineering, the just I guess just like with anything else, the more you do it, the more you kind of you get better at it, and you start kind of fine tuning your ear. Because if somebody's trying to get into engineering, man, it's definitely not something that you could just uh, pick up and be good at, like the same day, week, month. You know what I mean? Like it takes a lot of just listening out for different frequencies and even getting some additional input. And yeah, it goes deep.
That's real. That's real. I wanted to know how you usually like make a beat. Like what's your process? Is it melody first? Is it I usually ain't drums, but do you start your beats with drums sometimes? Or like when it comes to the melody, do you like how do you do it? Do you click your melody in? Do you play it manually? Did you use a loop sample?
Um, I'd usually start with I start with melodies first. It kind of goes back into like my inspirations, with the scores and all of that. Usually I play an idea out, or I kind of dibble and dabble. I really don't have like a set plan. It's wherever it takes me when I'm in the studio.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's different. Sometimes I might start with the drums first, or you know, or whatever, or even sampling. I don't really sample much nowadays, but if I hear something dope, I could probably get some inspiration from that idea. So, it just kind of depends on the day. But you know, all in all, I think what really helps me to commit to a beat is what is me feeling something. Not that it sounds like something that you hear already, or what people may like. Is I gotta feel it for myself. I gotta, whether it's a chord progression or a certain sound, I have to feel a little conviction behind it for me to actually finish it.
Same here, same here. I want
how
to know
long how
like
long you know me how long it normally take y'all to finish a beat?
shoot.
Uh, uh, It depends on how intricate the melody is for real, or the sample that I'm using. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a simple, like when I'm on my Pierre Bourne type shit, like
Yeah.
you know, it Pierre Bourne beats are typically a little bit quicker. But if I'm doing like something a little bit more intricate, man, you know, stacking some kicks in there,
Yeah.
playing with the hi hats, intricate sample, like chopping it up, like yeah, it's gonna be take a little bit of time. Sometimes you got sometimes I take a break, you know, come back to it. Like if the melody is a little bit unique, so to speak.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. One thing I guess a kind of a phase that I had to go through early on was, I'm pretty much a perfectionist. So I think a lot of producers go through this where they try to make the best intricate beat possible. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like you're trying to show off. And it's a double-edged sword because once if you go through that early, that's good because you get to experiment and kind of flex a bit. But once you really like get in the game and start working with artists on a consistent basis and not just making beats for the sake of making beats, it's like you have to learn how to have a good balance too. And there's ways you can keep things simplified without getting in the way. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something I had to learn a little early on.
Here's a good one for you. Keep you on your toes.
Mhm.
If the Earth was about to be destroyed, and you had to pick 1 to 2 producers to collab with to get a hit song placement, who would that be?
Yeah, that's a dope question. I mean, you said to get a hit placement.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, if I just wanted a hit, I mean, I would still collab with one of my favorite producers is Dr. Dre. You,
Oh.
I would definitely collab with him. Just he's a legend. You know what I'm saying, and I know, we don't really hear him every day as far as like recent things, but whenever you do hear something, it's an occasion. But he changed music throughout the years. Just being influential with the game. Like back in the NWA days, he had a sound, and back to the G Funk era, it was a whole different sound. And then you had like the Eminems and the 50 Cent era. Like the the game usually followed him when it came to like Sonics. So it would be dope to collab with him. And as far as like another producer to collab with, I can't really think of somebody off top right now. But Hit Boy, yeah, yeah. As far as somebody, that's killing it right now. I really mess what he's doing as far as like he got the hits, and but then he's working with legends like Nas and Jay, and he's you could tell like he's still very creative. And that's something I respect in a producer, somebody that could still be original and not try to follow the trends.
Right. That's big in music for me as well. Looking up to an artist, looking up to a producer, because I look up to Kanye as a producer, and like
Mhm.
Metro, that realm of things. And
Yeah.
I'm big on like pulling inspiration from artists that are like real authentic, and real like unique with their sound.
Hmm.
That just do unique stuff with their sound. Like, I was listening to All the Smoke by Future, Young Thug, Richie South. That's one of my favorite producers. Richie South go crazy.
Okay.
He had a sound in there that was just different, and it just rolled the beat. It just rolled into the beat drop. It
Mhm.
was just different. It was just different. It was a sonic. It was like a sonic, like vocal kind of pad, wavy
Yeah.
sound. It was just hard. If you listen to All the Smoke, you'll hear what I'm saying. It's like a little high pitched, wavy sound.
Okay, yeah. Using unique sounds, man. That's us as producers. Sometimes, we come across certain sounds that to us sound dope, and sometimes we don't know how other people will take it. So if you're hearing something like that, that's super unique, man. I'm always glad to hear that for sure. And I know you mentioned Kanye too. Kanye is another one of them producers that I definitely rock with.
Yeah, man, Kanye one of the ghosts to me. But
Mhm.
yeah, let's we can go ahead and get into the second song before too much time goes by.
For sure. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, we that's that.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. I damn near forgot I included that one, but I know the reason I did is to show some range because that one, just like the rest of them that I included, was specifically for a certain show, and that one was is on How to Catch a Smuggler on National Geographic. They have it pretty much playing in a lot of the scenes. So I wanted to kind of show some of the score aspects, like, of what I do as far as like on the second half of that beat. And, you hear a lot of the sort of like the orchestral implementations, you know, for uh, for that project.
Tough,
This
tough.
is this is one of the rare times where we've been left speechless.
Oh man.
Nah, this,
That-
this that I'm not gonna
so,
lie to you, bro. Uh, like that's probably one of the richest, versatile, dynamic, like instrumentations and productions that we've ever had on our show, and we've been on and off probably for about 2-3 years now, almost. Right,
yeah.
right, one us.
Yeah, yeah, about three.
I've never like we've had like many talents like Chris Noel,
Hmm.
Forever Supreme. Like we've had a lot of diverse talent, but it's especially mainly as far as like production wise, bro. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the most dynamic, versatile. Like the arrangement, man. Like I was getting some callbacks to like Lion King
Hmm.
soundtrack, or like
Hmm.
like one of those '90s Disney movies, like
Hmm.
like that, or Game of Thrones a little bit, like
Yeah.
the ethnic ties from that,
Yeah.
like it kind of makes you think of like the movie Sinners,
Yeah.
like how they
Yeah.
were talking about the history of music and how music is like a representation that of the
Yeah.
soul, and it changes with the flow of time
Yeah.
and
They
it's
had
time.
that whole scene with the
Yeah,
inside the club. Yeah, that's dope, man. I appreciate that, man.
that's crazy, bro.
And you know, and the reason I had like a different type of as far as like the more so the first half of the beat was more like um reggaeton. I don't even like really make those type of beats, but it kind of was the assignment. You know what I'm saying? So, just being in this space, you have to push your capabilities. And, I consider myself a real diverse producer. So, I was up for the task. And, it was not only a genre that I don't really make too much, but also, we had to really have it a certain tone. Like it was still dark, you know what I'm saying? Like it was still because the show is like, it's about crime, it's about smuggling, drugs, cartels, and stuff like that. And they have they take it takes place in different countries. So I have more different styles like reggae vibes, just different genres. So that was just one, you know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to include that tonight.
The thing that I before we get into your into further content and stuff is like I can appreciate, because I can tell in a way it's like your music is strategically crafted,
Hmm.
you know. And what I can appreciate about it is like, unlike like I like me and my brothers, we used to get faded and watch like Bad Girls Club and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or even the new Bad Boys Club. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you listen to beats on those shows, or like even Empire and Power, it's like the beats kind of sound like generic things that you find on like the back of TikTok.
Mhm. Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like your music, it still has you can it's simplified
Hmm.
to the point to where it can be used in a official mainstream television show or movie,
Yeah.
but it still has that creativity and that rawness to it, like it's like it's somebody who's about to play it outside the shoppers or the wet or the giant grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a nice fusion that I'm picking up from your sound right now. It's between the raw, it's
Mhm.
not too processed, but it's not too it's polished just enough.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it takes a lot of work, but at the same time, man, I definitely appreciate that point of view as well. Um, so yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to being a producer, like whatever the assignment is, whether it's working on a project with an artist or working on a movie scene or a commercial. Like I'm working on, I just did some stuff for Fortnite um, not too long ago, and also speaking of video games, like I got a lot of joints on 2K as well. So it kind of whatever the assignment is like you just gotta understand it, understand the tone that the project is going for, whether it's the artist or the show or the movie or the game. So it is some research involved too.
Another thing though, I want to shout out to the Real HD, our show producer.
Mhm.
One thing that he's been taught, that he's always preached is, don't just bank on like BeatStars, TrackLib, and things like that. Like I noticed you haven't mentioned things like that once, and it's going into the new year. It's like kind of getting a little personal here. It's like that's
Mhm.
one thing that I've been thinking about, like really looking into like placements, because you could really make it's like you making behind the scenes money, royalties,
Yeah.
placements, and all that stuff. Is like it's everybody just wants to kind of get leases and sales online, but it's like that really is like a slept on way of really
Mhm.
sustaining a full on career, even for like songwriting and stuff too, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm taking mental notes. I just wanted to, let you know that I see, what's going on, and I respect it.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, music is universal, man. Like, just as a producer, you have a lot of different outlets you could go. Like you mentioned, you got these online platforms to sell your beats, lease your beats. If that's your thing, cool. Of course, you got working with certain artists, labels. I'm still working with plenty of labels as we speak. And also, you have a whole nother world out there that not too many people are familiar with yet. When it's sync licensing, so
Mm.
everything uses music. Every commercial, ad, TV show. You hear it in restaurants and malls and clubs, and every single thing uses music. And these media outlets like television networks and movie studios, they can't just take a song and just throw it in on a project. They have to license it. So that's where the business is involved. And it's definitely a lot of ways to get your music out there, and get paid at the same time, outside of kind of like the more known outlets now.
Quick question for you. Is your process for creating a placement or a score, whether it be a movie or a commercial or a show, does that differ from when you're making an actual song? And how do you utilize, where does the inspiration derive from for each?
Mm.
That's
That's
a
a good.
deep one right there. Damn.
Yeah. That's definitely a good question. Usually, when it comes to the sync licensing side of things, we get what's called, briefs, which, whether it's the music supervisor of the movie or the show, they send you what they need as far as like, they'll give you certain things like they're looking for a certain tone, something to fit this particular scene. They might give you a little, brief explanation of what will work for the project. So you kind of base it off of that, and you just use your own creativity and skills to fulfill that. So that's usually where it starts with that. And also, as far as the artists, the side with the artists and the labels and all of that, I really don't go into the studio with like a super specific objective. I just like to create, and if it happens to fit certain artists, that's where it'll go. Unless like I'm working specifically with that artist and we lock in, and from there we kind of figure out what we're going for in that moment.
Fire, fire. Uh, I wanted to ask your opinion about a specific placement or specific score. And
Mhm.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Luke Cage Marvel show.
I haven't seen it, but I definitely know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so Ali Shaheed Muhammad was the general producer of the, you know, series. And it was a great
Mhm.
series. It broke like internet records. It froze servers. It had that many people watching it at one time. It was a great series. Um, and it featured a lot of soul, a lot of hip hop. It was
Mhm.
masterfully put together. Um, in your end game of scoring and doing placements and things like that, do you want to do like a Hollywood movie? Is it like, what would be like your end game goal, to get like an Oscar for doing something,
Oh
or
yeah. That'll be
yeah,
dope.
like
Yeah.
Broadway, like, what's in your horizons? You know what I mean?
Uh, it's so many different outlets right now. I'm working heavy on trailers, so I've just did a few projects for a couple trailers just literally today, before before the call. So yeah, I mean, to get in something like a Marvel movie or something that wins, these awards, that would be dope. I'm just kind of, just steady, just up in my game. You know what I mean? Just trying to constantly get to the next level, because I know even with my experience, like it's one of those things where the more the more you know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, when you start getting into these rooms and these different settings where people have been doing it longer than you, and more experience, or been to where you're trying to go, it's like all of a sudden you become sort of like a beginner again. You know what I'm saying? And you got to start learning, from scratch essentially. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the goal, man. Just try to take it as far as I could take it, and in progression. That's the name of the game, is progression.
Dope, dope. So we ready for that third song, fellas?
Yes, sir. Let's get into it.
Absolutely.
Let's get it.
I heard my baby's gone. Couldn't find her way back home. Now I'm sitting at the bar, it's just me and my guitar, and I never thought I'd feel so alone. I tried to call your phone, but I got the dial tone. Could this really be the end? I've been wondering where you've been. Did I really lose my best friend? You were the only one who seen me and my flaws. You didn't leave. You didn't leave. You were the only one who helped me see this far. Made me believe. You made me believe. I think I'll have another drink. One more shot won't kill me. I need you to heal me. Heal me, oh Lord. I think I'll have another drink. One more shot won't kill me. I need you to heal me. Heal me, oh Lord. Remember when we caught that taxi? We had a lot of fun in that backseat. I always thought you was out of my league. Pick up the phone and call me. Now the sun don't shine as bright. When you're not here, I don't wanna live life. Thinking about the nights I used to hold you tight. If loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be right. Hey baby, I know it's not easy loving me. Tried to be all you need, but I pushed you away from me. You were the only one who seen me and my flaws. You didn't leave. You didn't leave. You were the only one who helped me see this far. Made me believe. You made me believe. I think I'll have another drink. One more shot won't kill me. I need you to heal me. Heal me, oh Lord. I think I'll have another drink. One more shot won't kill me. I need you to heal me. Heal me, oh Lord.
I like that.
Sir.
I like that. That was dope.
Dope. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it's another one of them joints where, different genre, decided to, push the limits. And what's crazy is that was actually the same artist from the first record that was rapping. And I think it goes to show you how, a producer could really, just kind of turn shit up, you know, taking somebody that's rapping like that and being able to not only flex their vocals a little bit, but have it being very pointed in that specific genre, and you know, and executing.
He's trying to get on the on the Oprah Winfrey Network for sure.
Oh, the artist.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'll be supporting. I'm there.
All right, we have a question from a long-time listener that's returned. Silva is back, y'all. Dope.
Welcome back.
What's up, Silva? Silva from Twitter says, "What's your thoughts on the Netflix producers show Hitmakers, authentic or not?"
Oh, I haven't seen it actually, but that's something, you know, I would definitely, you know, check out. Have y'all peeped that yet?
Yeah, I saw a couple. I saw a couple episodes. It seems authentic to me.
Okay, that's
okay.
You know, that's what's up.
It's a cool show. We got people from different age groups, different walks of life. They real like genuine with their testimonies. Like they really like, I relate. Like I feel kind of like they pain, they struggle, what they going through, and it seems like they just put they all into the production and the writing, and I feel it. Like I can rock with it. It's a cool show. I gotta get back into it when I get a chance.
No, it sounds dope. Like my thing is, as long as they keep it real, you know what I'm saying, show the ups and the downs, because you know, I feel like, you know, people need to see that. You know, it's not all glorious behind the scenes. You know, it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff that be going down, and you know, hopefully they get to show that both from the artist and the producer and you know, engineer's point of view as well.
Right. It's important. All those elements.
Yeah, you know, it's a team effort, man. Everybody coming together to make the best, you know, make the best song or project possible. So, yeah.
Most definitely is. But we're gonna get into Beat of the Week. This was a good Artist of the Week segment. We're gonna go ahead and transition.
Can you feel it? Shout like I feel it.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. Beat of the Week. We're hearing the beats from producers. Don't be afraid to submit. You know, me to a True Kryptonite, other producers submit. C Biz, you feel free to submit. I mean, we play just stuff for Artists of the Week, but in future episodes, feel free to submit your stuff. We'll play it Beat of the Week. And yeah, man, let's get into it. Beat of the Week.
Get y'all the Chick-fil-A lemonade and let's get it started.
Kryptonite is my kryptonite.
That's exactly the perk why I made this show.
It's Cost Finger, baby. It's Cost Finger, baby.
I'll tell you, Kris.
So you driving the taxi cab, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Art would take you on a little trip.
Yeah, man. Good beat of the week, Sesh, man.
Hey, shout out Artur, man. Shout out that producer Artur, man. He a frequent collaborator for the show, sending beats damn near every week, man. Like real talk.
That's what it is.
Yeah, shout out to Chaos Finger too. That was
Yep.
a dope beat he made too in the middle of the joint. Shout out to the broadcast beats producers. Y'all put it down. Like y'all beats too. Y'all joints was official. Tell us the inspiration behind some of them beats, y'all. Talk to us.
You want to start, Crip?
Sure. So so that was actually if Pops had let a little bit more to beginning play, you would have heard a producer called MA Beats. He sent me a bunch of like melodies, and so I chopped it up, played with him. That was actually the second part of the beat. Last week it was the other part. Like I made an R&B joint for the first half, playing the sample forwards, and then that joint right there is called Not Enough. I flipped the sample backwards and made a whole second beat off of that joint. Transition between it, like shout out Pierre Bourne, one of my inspirations. Make the way he transitions like songs and stuff to the next one on his albums. Like so when I do samples, I transition the like two halves. It's like because I'm a Pisces too, so it's like two halves of me. So every sample I get, I make two beats.
Oh, that's dope. You definitely getting some good use out of a sample.
Hey, forwards and backwards, my brother.
Yeah.
1S.
Well, my inspiration for that last beat, that was a beat I made a while ago. I'll probably say my inspiration behind that was like kind of like a little. I'm trying to think of the producer that kind of put me in the mind of. Kind of like, dang, I don't know. That's you say like y'all like TM88 kind of.
Oh yeah.
It definitely has some knock to it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like TM88. I'm a big fan of the techno sound, like the Sonics, and just creating like a swaggy like little trap bounce. And just adding like I like adding like inanimate object sounds in the background, like chimes and stuff to give it like a I don't know, give it like a different little bounce.
Yeah.
Timberland does that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely known for that. It's super, experimental when it comes to sound selections. He done used a whole bunch of random objects in his productions, beatboxing, all types of, so that's
Right.
dope.
They do that. It's to a C Biz. It's to Detroit producers. I want to put you on to if we talking about like using sounds like Energy Beats and Baby on the Track.
Okay, Energy and Baby on the track.
Yeah, Energy Beats. He's collabed a lot with like YFNJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Coochie Man, and Baby on the Track. I remember it was one joint, bro. He literally showed himself like going up to like this random ass fence and like banging on that joint with some pans, and he made a beat off of that.
I love that type of shit, man. That's super dope.
Oh, and it's this lady. She from my area in the DMV. Was it like Efi music or something like that? She went viral. She went viral for because like every day she like does videos, which like she made this one joke, bro, where she was like moving her finger around like some glasses, like wine glasses.
Yeah,
and she made beats off of that.
Like, yeah, that's super creative. It's like, especially like, I mean, a lot goes into play when you use these objects because first of all, like, once you like whatever it is, a glass or a can or whatever it is, it's like it's not only one thing to incorporate that into a beat, but you got to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that work.
Right.
So these are producers that's using these unorthodox methods, man. It shows a lot of talent and skill.
Speaking of unorthodox methods for producing, let's check this out right here. Broadcast beats.
My name isn't J-Mac.
All right, let's do it.
adjust. Ounces probably need extra for the maneuvers, never enough. Make sure we stepping away, isn't it extra calling me up? Too many texts saying she would do better just calling my bluff. How much is in the advance? They gon' say how much you make in a month. How much it take you to dance? I'm gon' spend everything I made it once. How much it take you to cancel? Already late, can't pay me to rush. Too many payments to hush, too underrated to love. I ain't put hands on the garments yet, but somehow I pay with a touch. I don't get paid to instruct, niggas ain't playing the clutch. Too many players to coach, yeah, I'ma be making some cuts. Damn, the pilot hit the brakes too quick, I steer into the skid when I'm driving. Tried to say it take 2 trips, I carry all the baggage inside it. Yeah, damn. If it was really a song, I'd probably call Max, we probably call John, I'd probably call Paco, probably call Tom, I'd probably call Spitter, I'd probably call Jonah. We saw Kawhi and Delilah, ain't even said how we was talking on posters. Things that we did off post, promise we taking it over. Pay for the table off music, ask the police who's closest. 900 just for the rugged Persian, won't even step on my loafers. Yeah.
That's fire.
Turn the
Effortless.
beat down. You can't even hear what he's saying all the way though.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
kind of like a movement now, you know. Producers are getting like these mobile caddies, and they doing beats right on the streets of New York and Atlanta and Cali, and they're just like finding new undiscovered talent, people singing and rhyming and performing on the spot. Just
So they actually making the beats on the spot too.
on the spot.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
On the spot. There's like a 100 of them out there doing that very same thing. You know, R. Kelly. I don't know if you guys know, but R. Kelly was discovered on the street singing in front of Chicago subways. So, you know, streets got something to say. You know.
Oh yeah, you know, you can find some of the best talent out there, man. And that last guy that rap, I could tell it's almost like he been waiting on that day. He was going in.
Word.
That's tight, man. That's tight.
Would any of you producers dip yourself in those waters and do something spontaneous like that on the street? Or y'all more like perfectionists? Y'all want it all kind of in-house and done right?
I mean, if we doing that though, like if we gonna be out on the street with it, we gotta understand that like it's no time for being a super perfectionist. So I think if I'm gonna do that, it's might as well just lean all the way into it and just have fun with it and keep it spontaneous. But I think that'll be exciting, man. You know, haven't seen too many videos. I have seen a couple of those type of videos, but I didn't know that they were so common. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of people's actually doing that now, and that's dope.
I think this just shows how people like the mainstream just ain't cutting it no more, bro. It's like it's not like back in the day, you know, like the 90s, early thousands, where songs really had like a bop, a bounce. Like it's all rinse and repeat. The best you gonna get is like Gunna, you know. People just tired of that shit, man. Like, sorry, excuse my French, man, but they want something that's organic, that you can really feel and relate to.
Yeah,
It just shows it. Like you hear it, like.
Nah, that's the real, like, you know, that's hip hop for sure. Cause you know, back when they used to do it in the parks, that's how they kind of got it. When they was getting it out the mud and they was plugging it into the light poles and just jamming and just rhyming off of beat breaks and getting the party hot. You know what I mean? Kool Herc and Bambaataa and Flash, and that's how they did it. They was on the street. They set up their little techniques. If anybody knows about them techniques from back in the day. And then they got it. They got it out the mud, and it was organic, and it was a whole vibe, you know?
Yeah. Authenticity right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's get in these streets, though. Talk about current events, relevant topics in the world of entertainment, hip-hop, R&B. Let's see what topics we got today.
I think we got that Billboard 100 going first though.
Yeah, putting it up now.
Oh yeah. I think we got an interesting
All
one
right, let's give
in store.
our let's give our esteemed guest a crack at the first three. His opinion.
Let me see. Okay, so all right, there we go. NLE the Great, KO. I think, yeah. So this is number one. This is top 100 songs in what, just in general? Like, what's the?
Yeah, it's like a a compilation Spotify,
Okay,
title, and then they kind of they compile it into a best for the week or the best for the midway through
yeah,
December.
yeah. I could see why that's number one, because that footage, especially like the video, man. Everybody's talking about it. He did something that looks crazy, as far as like delivery, all the dancing and, being flamboyant, and he he got the attention for sure. So I could see why that's number one. I ain't mad at it either. Little, okay, little baby, plenty. Not sure if I heard that one yet, but yeah, little baby, you've been doing this thing, man. Okay, and Tyler the Creator. That's definitely an artist that I respect. I love the creativity. I like how he kind of pushes the boundaries and not scared to try different things. So I definitely rock with Tyler the Creator.
A1S is Tyler's song new song good? I know you heavy on Tyler. So have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard that.
Okay.
The mother, yeah, I haven't heard mother. I gotta listen to that. I haven't heard. I heard the NLE Chopper song though. That song, all right. The young boy did.
Talking to Jesus. Oh yeah, he been on some designer been on some boom bap stuff as of lately.
Oh, that's fire. I haven't heard the song, but I think that's a good look for him. And
Number
I'm,
4 though, like shout out designer.
yeah, I'm actually interested to see what it sounds like, what the song is about.
Oh, that first day out joke right there. Go scroll down to I think number 7.
Wow.
Cameron been
Yo,
going crazy.
your man Cam is wilding. Your man Cam is
Ron Cozy.
While they been doing
leave it
numbers
to
for
him,
real.
man. Leave it to him.
Hey,
Now that Wale album, all right. That Wale album had me on a vibe during like work and stuff.
Everything you want it, it's right here, y'all. Everything you need it, it's right here, y'all.
Give me 1 second. Let me get out of it. Let me get out of
Amazon
this.
came up. I work at the Amazon warehouse. Amazon. As soon as I mentioned work, Amazon popped up with a package.
Big Brother's always watching you, 1S.
Amazon ad popped up with a package. You said Big Brother's always watching.
Yeah, and Santa Claus too. He sees you when you're sleeping.
Who's Big Brother?
The government.
Everything you want it, it's right here, y'all. Everything you need it, it's right here, y'all.
Club husband.
Hey, that Hood Rich, that first day out joke right there, crank like shit. That first day out joke, crank like shit. By
I'm
Hood Rich
surprised
Volume
they
1.
got the. I'm surprised they don't got the Pooh Shiesty first day out on here. That's the new song I heard. That joint cool.
I just saw somebody
AC
reacting to Pooh Shiesty freestyling. That joke was funny as hell.
Hey,
C
oh,
Biz, does Tallahassee Payne have can he reinvent himself to be relevant?
yeah. Yeah, I think, people, they definitely kind of came around to giving him his flowers, because it's almost like, his run was crazy. And, what he did, with his sound,
Everything you want it.
Go ahead,
what
I'm
he
listening.
what he did, man, with the, his songs, people still like his songs was literally like the soundtrack to a lot of people's, crazy moments in life back then. You know what I mean? So, and he's still, he's still in the mix. I could, I'll be seeing him. I think it was Twitch or streaming. So he's still doing his thing, man. So I think the people's open to it.
Okay.
Amazon warehouse going crazy.
Let's move on from that, man. They want us to buy something, so so we gonna move on from that joint right there. All right.
Well, that Amazon series.
What else is in the streets, man? Here we go.
Oh damn.
Oh, yeah, you gotta watch that when you overseas smoking weed.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody told him about that beforehand. I know he just ain't go up there with no clue. Somebody had to tell him about that.
Do you guys think as artists the weed trends that have become so popular, does that get in the way of our artists being organized, thinking clearly, and being their own worst enemy in a lot of ways? Because we keep seeing them making these same mistakes when it comes to like drugs and paraphernalia and all of that. What do y'all think?
I think anything probably could. If you don't have self control, what you think, C Biz?
I think it's just a thing with moderation. You gotta know when to limit yourself. If you start feeling like things are getting in the way, first of all, it helps if you have a level of like self-awareness, because some people don't have that and they let things get too bad before they catch it. And usually that's when they have that wake up call. You know what I mean? So I think, if you can, just kind of moderate it and not use it as a crutch. I think that's better than just going crazy with it and letting it get in the way.
Here's something I wanted to tap into y'all with, right? And this is Hit Boy. And he says to escape the, pressures of, kind of the rat race, the music race, for the latest edition of Pursuit of Happiness, Hit Boy recalls a trip to Las Vegas, earlier career discouragement, and more. And then he said he had to take a trip to the Amazon forest, and he retreated and came back a new man. And what I wanted to get with y'all is, how do some producers deal with the constant stress and pressure of being, productive, sometimes hyper productive, sometimes overproductive, and when you're not as much, how do you deal with that? How do you get back to self?
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. I think everybody has their methods. Just being a grinder, I had to learn, and I don't think a lot of people like entrepreneurs and people like myself. I don't think they like to hear the term sleep or rest, because we always going and going and going. But I had to learn that, man. You gotta be cognizant of how much sleep you're getting, because that's how you burn out, and then your baseline kind of drops from there. So but my thing is, just making sure I have things. I have a good routine. I like to have things planned out. I'm an early riser. I used to be like a night owl, but now like I'm getting up like super early, and I know between certain hours I'm doing this and certain hours I'm doing that. So, I like to keep things pretty organized, so things don't get too overwhelming. But sometimes you can't help that. Sometimes the work is coming in so crazy that you just gotta thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, they were saying that P Diddy used to take them things, to stay up
Yeah,
unusual hours. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And do unusual things.
Yeah, very unusual. But another thing too is like I guess it kind of goes back to the whole weed thing. Is like you gotta know what's sustainable and what's not. Like it's easy to find little shortcuts, whatever it is, Adderalls, alcohol, weed, to do what you gotta do, but you gotta kind of keep it real with yourself. It's like if every time I'm about to I gotta perform or I gotta make an appearance, interview, whatever the event is like, am I literally gonna be getting super high and buzzed off a whole bunch of different stuff? Is like, is that really sustainable? Especially like if you're trying to like really level up to the point where every day is like nonstop. I think that's something people got to think about.
What we thinking, fellas, about that very same topic?
What you think, Kurt?
So what I'll say, pick up a dumbbell, bro. That's all you gotta do, Slim. Pick up a dumbbell, you know, hit the treadmill, push up, squats, pull ups, like calf raises. Basically, what I'm saying for the people in the back who don't understand, freaking exercise, damn it.
Facts.
That's what so I be getting in a mean workout, hit some shoulder presses and stuff, and I be like, damn, thinking of I just got a fire melody idea in my head, like meditate as well.
Yeah,
Fire,
all
fire.
facts, all facts.
All right, man. So before we get out of here, man, I wanted to have some fun. We getting toward the end of the year, holidays, but more importantly, hip hop is all over the world. In 2026, there'll be the Olympics, and they break dance in the Olympics now. Hip hop is main center of things, and one of the main things I did on the Real HD Network way back was the hip hop dream team. So we took a basketball team, and I asked all my studio guests who they think would be their starting five of their hip hop MC dream team. But we just did it with the fellas. Now we doing it with the ladies, and we're gonna let our esteemed guests have first crack at it. So who would be your starting five out of all the decades that we've had all of these super dynamic, dope female MCs? Who would make your starting five? Talk to us.
Okay, just female MCs. I would say Missy for sure. I think she's I just like the fact that she's super unique, original, fearless when it comes
Now,
to
what
music.
position would she play? Would she play swing? Would she be a shooting guard? What would she be?
Shit, man, I gotta come up with the rest of the list first, and then it'll
Do
fall in
you think? Do
place.
you think, bro? Do you think?
Yeah, but yeah, man. Okay, so Missy, and this is not in no particular order. I think Lil Kim. She's a legend. Rocking out with Biggie, and got classic songs, super influential. Uh, Three, I would have to say Nicki Minaj because she's been doing her thing for a minute, and she's also super influential. Uh, and she has her own style too, and that's something I always admire. Four, man, what's the oh shit, I got the pictures up here. Let's see. Lauren Hill, for sure. Lauren Hill. Uh, and five would be female MCs. What we got? The picture's a little small, so I'm trying to go through it, get some ideas. Uh, Damn, five.
Does that help?
I'm trying to. Yeah, the fifth one is a you know, it's pretty. I would say Eve. Yeah, Eve.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eve.
Dope.
Yeah, she's a spitter. You know what I mean? And you know, she got that skill. You know, so you know, it demands respect. So yeah, that's my top five.
Okay. Cool. Hey, everybody at home, if you enlarge your picture, the image will come closer and y'all can see it a little bit better. Crip, who you got? Who's your top 5 female MCs for your for your female dream team? Who you got?
Lauren
We don't gotta worry
Hill,
about positions. Just give me 5 because we got to get ready to we got to get ready to sign off.
Lauren Hill. It will probably alternate between the SWV members. So that's 2. Uh, let's see, Lauren Hill,
they consider rap.
Lauren Hill, SWV, uh, Summer Walker, Alicia Keys, and ah,
Ain't it rap though? You name an R&B artist.
Cardi B.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was all MCs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
MCs, bro,
You name
MCs.
singers. You name it. You
Oh,
name it.
MCs, MCs.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they bust some bars. I ain't gonna say they haven't kicked no bars. They have, but
They not rapping.
that's
though.
not their main occupation, you know.
Okay, Queen Latifah, Lauren Hill, Cardi B, uh, Rico Nasty, cause she from the DMV. Uh, uh, damn. I'm gonna just say I guess Nicki Minaj is cool.
All right, all right. All right, one S, what you got? And everybody at home too, please chime in and tell us what are your dream team female MCs. You got to get 5.
I don't know. It's tough. Shoot.
Just enlarge your screen. If you can't see it, if the images are small, enlarge your screen where you are, and they'll come in a little clearer.
Shoot, I say I gotta put Nicki on there. I'll put. I think that's Lotto with the. I ain't gonna go there. Nicki, Lotto, Lauren Hill. Does it got to be people on this list on the screen, or can it just be?
Nah, this is just inspiration, man. If you got some people, throw them in there.
All right. Damn, it's tough. I'm trying to go off what I listen to. Nicki, Lauren Hill, Lotto. I'll put Cardi B and Rico Nasty on there.
Hey,
Okay. Well, mine
Cardi
is
B
probably
old
gonna
stuff
be.
go hard.
And then
Mine
Ice
is probably
Spice.
gonna-
Hold on, Ice Spice. That's my 6 man.
Yeah, I know. That's your 6
Hey.
man. All
I
right,
got
all
6
right.
man.
Dope. All right. So I'm probably gonna pick some, other than mentionable people. Give me No Name from Chicago. She puts it down. No Name is crazy with it. Give me what's her name out of Philly? Give me Raw Goddess out of Philly. She ain't even up here. She's crazy. If you ever listen to any of her stuff, her delivery's out of control. Give me Lauren. Give me Nicki. Her flow is crazy. Lotto had a shot when she was down with Jermaine Dupri and them. She first came out. She was killing the game, but she went another direction. And give me Rico Nasty, man. Her style is just bananas.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah,
Underappreciated.
Yeah, she definitely gives off them. She's a rock star.
Yeah, definitely underappreciated.
And that was a good ass question because I haven't even thought about a top 5 female list ever. So this is like I learned something new. I guess I do have a top 5.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Man, it was a good one, man. It was good having you on, Kris. Beats, C Biz official.
Yeah, man, this was fun, man. I definitely enjoyed myself, man, and you know what y'all doing is super dope, man. I look forward to just seeing everything grow and progress. If you ever need anything, man, I'm here. Just hit me, and you know we can chop it up, man, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Broadcast Beats.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.